Okay. Shoot. Well, kind of brief trade review type of type of video coming at you. So today is Monday, January 27th. Kind of some weird price action. Got in a nice trade this morning, which I figured I would talk about briefly in post. It's very strange overnight price action. Going into Friday, the end of Friday, on the 64 range chart, we had this stochastic divergence signal right here, which wasn't matched in AO, but was a nice like stochastic divergence. I went into the end of the day short. We got like a gap down on the futures open Sunday night. Then very weird overnight price action where basically just like straight grind down. Yeah, even like on the 1 hour chart, just like every hour we're just going down and we're dumping. I'm not exactly sure why. It might have been news driven or something about like Chinese AI, but I don't really pay much attention to news. Crypto's shit in the bed too. Glad it wasn't long. Didn't have any leverage longs on the crypto side. So this morning, like getting up and looking at the chart, we were like basically down here pretty early on, like very big dump and then, slight correction retrace happening. I think just based on like the amplitude, like of this dump overnight, I mean, this was like $114 or something, 114 points, which during the Asia session, like overnight, when the American markets aren't even open, that's like a pretty huge dump. And just based on the size of like how much price went down, I think it's reasonable to think that probably we'll get some kind of retracement afterwards. Just from the standpoint of this is likely a market imbalance and something that the market will correct whenever more liquidity and more volume and stuff is happening when the American markets are open, with like the New York open at 9:30 Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time, whatever. That was kind of my thinking. Based on the range charts and stuff this morning, it's like you can tell that we're retracing and like maybe in a turnaround point based on the 128. We got the AO bar color change, which tends to be a pretty good signal on this time frame. Um, so pretty like nice signal just to get long based on that on the higher time frame, which I didn't take, but could have been actionable. On the 64, not much, just kind of blown out. And then, getting lower, it's just going to be like way too much volatility. You can't really make heads or tails of like all of this stuff just because the price movement is too big for the 32 range chart. Um, she really like my thesis, trading thesis going into New York Open was that like probably price is just going to retrace some, which it ended up doing. I caught a nice long, pretty much exactly at 9:30 this morning. Um, I put in two contracts of ES with a 20 pip stop and then targeted 5R, and then hit in 2 minutes. Super nice trade. Um, very like easy thought process behind it. Just kind of goes to show that you don't really need to have like a very smart idea behind all of your trades. And you can really like stack risk reward in your favor and just take based on very simple ideas and signals. The idea on this one was just that overnight the market dumped like a ridiculously huge amount and was probably going to retrace. And then it was going to allow us to get very asymmetrical in terms of risk and reward. If I had gotten stopped out, this would have been not nothing, but pretty close to nothing, like $500, and then made 5 times that on the reward side. You hit a couple of these a week and you're looking pretty smart. I'll wrap stuff up there.